My name is Rachel Hinton, and this is my EDU 311 case study presentation. I did my presentation on a third grader named Hannah. Hannah is 9 years old. She attends Wilmer Elementary School. She's not in special education at the moment, but she does struggle in school. Her parents are divorced, and she lives with her mom and stepdad and little brother. And her little brother's sick a whole lot, so she misses a lot of school because of his sickness. And her parents going back and forth between the homes seems to be a factor in Hannah's education. Her interest, she loves to read. She says that this is her favorite subject in school, but this is also the subject that she struggles with the most. She said that in her free time she enjoys putting together puzzles, watching Frozen, and they're also her favorite kind of books to read. Her favorite movie is the Lego movie, and she loves lunchtime, and her favorite food is Rios. Hannah's strength is that she makes friends really, really easily. She would talk to the wall if you would let her. She talks constantly. She loves to figure out how things work. In the STEM lesson that we had to do for science, she was really involved. She kept her team on task. She was coming up with all kinds of ideas. She loves anything hands-on, that she really gets to think outside of the box. And no matter what it is, whether she's good at it or not so good at it, she's always going to put forth 100%. Some academic challenges that she has is that she has a really hard time staying focused, and that's going to affect pretty much everything she does, because in whole group, on the carpet, at her desk, wherever, she just cannot maintain that focus that she needs to get the instruction that she needs. She has to be refocused a whole lot. So she struggles with reading comprehension, and because she struggles with this, her other subjects tend to fall down. Because reading comprehension is such a big part of everything that the students do in school. Some of her academic history is, while she does struggle and her grades are low in reading and math, she has not been at this time referred for RTI. I guess that her grades just aren't low enough to classify her in that. But her teacher often does pull her to the back table and give her that one-on-one assistance that she needs. When I observed the student, I saw that she's very well behaved and she listens when she's directed to do something. There was not a time where if you called Hannah's name and told her exactly what she needed to do, that she just blatantly defied it. That's not her, and I never saw that happen. She's very social during lunch and PE. She loves talking to her friends, and really and truly she's social with everyone in the classroom. There's no one that she doesn't talk to. Because of this, she's also so social in class when she doesn't need to be. Like I said, she likes to talk to her neighbor about things that's not related to the activities, especially if she's not interested in it. And although she is social in class, when she doesn't understand something, she becomes shy, and this makes her refrain from asking questions. When she doesn't understand something, she just goes along with it and kind of acts like that, oh, I know what's going on, even though she doesn't. Her strengths and challenges, like I said, she's really, really social. When I observed her, she spends time with all the students in the classroom, not just one or two. She did, in her sociogram, limited herself to the same 3 people. But like I said, with me observing her, I saw her interact with everyone. She does know when she needs help with something, and even though she doesn't ask the teacher, she knows who is quote-unquote the smart people in the class, and she'll go to them and she'll be like, hey, can you help me with this? Or if we're in whole group and she gets kind of stuck, one thing that my teacher does is she says, would you like to ask a friend for help? And she would call on the person that she thought was a smart person in the class that could help her. So she does know when she needs help, which is a good thing. Some interventions that I used, during my lessons, I assisted her at her desk constantly with her assignments. I tried to help her, stay focused. And a lot of the time what I found was that during the direction time, she wasn't paying attention. So she didn't know what was going on. So that made her need more help at her desk than she would have needed if she would have known what was going on. So when that was clarified, she did much, much better. And also having her table buddies helped a lot. Small groups, she seemed to be very much more engaged. But I guess because it was more of that one-on-one, she paid better attention. She wasn't letting her eyes wander around the room, letting her thoughts wander. And she really enjoys the fun, hands-on activities. Like I said before, any kind of interactive, experimental, anything like that she loved. So if we played a game, she liked that more than if she had to write something or answer a question or anything like that. She enjoyed it much more. I feel that the interventions were very, very effective. I think that these interventions really helped her to understand the concepts more. Like I said before, when she was assisted one-on-one or in a small group, she seems to retain the information because her thoughts are not wandering. She feels more free to ask questions and is just more open about her not understanding. So I think that's really good. They helped her, and I think that if they were continued, that it would continue to help her and she would continue to make more progress. A special intervention I did with Hannah was a self-monitoring. Just because her thoughts wander so much, I told her, me and her kind of sat down and we talked about it, and I was like, if you could pay attention more, it would really help you when you're doing your activities one-on-one. So I encouraged her that if she could kind of keep herself paying attention, maybe if I saw her paying attention, we would do some kind of reward system to where that she would receive something. If she wasn't talking to her neighbor when she shouldn't be, or if she kind of kept herself away from those situations where maybe it would make her lose focus, that we could talk about maybe like a free period at the end of the day where she would get to maybe read or play on the computer, something like that she would enjoy. What I learned from this project was that although students aren't in special education, some of them still require that special service inside the classroom. And that us as general education or special education teachers, we shouldn't limit ourselves to just, that person has to come in for them to receive those services. We can do that in the classroom. And although she's not as low as her neighbor, she still struggles and she needs that assistance in order to be successful. This activity showed me that just a little bit of extra time with a student can make a difference on their outlook on their education. So these were some things that I learned from Hannah, and I hope that she continues to excel and do really well in 4th grade.